Welcome to the Save Par Golf Podcast, where two average golfers talk about golf and things. I'm your host, Derek.
I'm your host, Dominic.
We are currently on episode 98.
Jesus.
I know. We're almost at 100.
I had this big plan for 100,
Yeah.
and I ruined that plan.
Did you?
Yeah.
Scheduling wise?
Yeah.
It's okay.
What I had wanted to do was not schedule anybody and then make a bunch of like flips.
That'd be pretty dope.
The issue is that's 100 hours of stuff I have to listen to and weave through, and I really should have been doing it before.
Yeah. In any case, I think regardless, episode 100 is going to be awesome, just like every other episode. But essentially, we're rocking solo today, so go us. We're going to talk a little golf news, some of our previous events that we've held,
Future events,
and an exciting new
partnership.
Yes, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll have some more details further down the road, but
We also are in crystal clear 2K.
I'm gonna hook up a new camera, and
I know, like look how
it's
pretty you
nice.
look.
I mean, we both look really pretty.
I know. Thanks, Anchor.
You got the flow, and I got the beard cooking. So I guess you have the beard
I
cooking.
have a beard.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gone.
Yeah, so you do everything. But yeah, let's kick it off. It's been how many episodes have we had where we have had a guest on?
You know what my favorite part was? We did resolutions, right?
Yep.
We were gonna do more, just you and I.
Yep.
It's like the first one.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm excited. It is nice. We have these fantastic guests pretty much
Oh
week
yeah.
in, week out.
So much fun.
It's a blast. I love hearing from new people, learning all about their businesses or whatever they're going through. And so we decided this week we're just going to take it easy and we're going to talk a little golf news, and we'll get right into it with the golf news. First off, sure a lot of people have already read this, but the official World Golf Ranking Board denied Live Golf's request for world ranking points for qualification standards, and
I think it's dumb
as in like it's dumb that
they denied it
denied it.
again.
So from what I was reading is one of the issues before I was kind of like there are only 54 hole events versus 72 holes, but the main reason from what I was reading was that some of these contracts with these live golf players, they've signed like these long-term deals. So essentially like you could suck and you're never getting cut.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, it's great for them,
Exactly.
but it's
I feel
the
like
PGA Tour and some of those guys work their tail off.
I just feel like they're being faulted for, it's kind of like actually, it's a great example. Everybody hates on Brock Purdy from the 49ers because of where he was drafted and where he was drafted to. And then they like diminish his accomplishments because he went to San Francisco. He's got all these players.
So he's just, yeah.
He's exactly. I feel like that's kind of what they're doing with the live players, where they're like, man, because at the end of the day, you got to make it to the PGA because they took PGA players. You and I are not going to sign a live contract.
Correct.
If they offered it, trust me, I would.
Dude, that would be sight to see. That'd be fantastic.
I would never get cut. I'd shoot 102.
Still making more money.
Yeah. Granted, yeah, they do have some college kids, but the college kids are good. It's not like you're going down to like
a nobody.
Yeah.
It's not a nobody, I should say. Yeah, it's somebody that's a very good, talented.
I don't know. Maybe that's a bad comparison, but to me, I was just reading that everyone's like, man, Brock Purdy's not good. Brock Purdy's not this, not that. And I'm like, wow.
Put a little respect on his name now.
Right, and that's how I feel about like the live players. I'm like, they're still professional golfers. They could still beat anybody. And it's like everyone likes, oh, I could play in the NFL. I'm willing to bet the worst NFL player is still better than you. Or I remember I saw this thing, you probably have heard about it. There's like a basketball player. Everyone's like, man, I could take him. And he's like, I'm closer to Michael Jordan than you are.
It's true.
And I'm like, damn.
There's so many good athletes, regardless of what sport you're playing in, and even college, like even a lot of those college golfers, like they're on another level.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They never even touch the PGA Tour or
yeah, even like the ladies, like the LPGA, like the Epson Tour. Like I'm willing to bet Gigi would smoke just about everybody.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of that, we'll go right into it. The Shriners Children's Open kicks off this week.
Like how I did that.
That was a good, yeah, I like that transition there.
Shout out Gigi.
Kind of excited to see Lexi Thompson compete on the PGA Tour. She joined six other females. So there's only been seven females, including her now, that have competed in a PGA Tour event.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She is so good.
I think it has to do with something with the exemption of the sponsor.
Hmm.
So I don't know if Shriners she sponsored with them somehow. I don't know if that's how she got the exemption, but regardless, like it's not like she's not good. She's amazing.
Oh no, she's unreal.
So it'll be cool to see that. That takes place this week. Obviously, this podcast is going to drop on Friday, so you'll hopefully be able to tune in at least on Friday, and hopefully she makes the cut. That would be sweet.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Come on the pod, Lexi.
Heck yeah.
Don't know yet, but would like to.
2023 Ryder Cup in Italy sets a viewership record, which
I didn't watch any. I didn't know what was happening.
I knew was happening, but it's in Italy and the tee times are. Normally I get excited about like the Open, for example,
Yeah.
depending on where it's held.
You like
I,
waking up
I
early.
love getting up
You
early,
weirdo.
4 or 5 in the morning to watch it.
Fuck that.
This is like
Part of my language.
this is basically like 1 a.m. to 2
No.
a.m. and I was like, you know what? It wasn't so I watched obviously highlights, but apparently they more than 270,000 people from 100 different countries attended the Ryder Cup.
That's crazy. And we didn't go.
But 2025, we have a chance. The Ryder Cup will take place at Bethpage Black in New York. So that would be pretty sick.
Always wanted to go to New York.
Yep. It's so we have that to look forward to. Hopefully the USA can get a W. I mean,
My
kind of just dominated us.
my favorite part is people get way too into it.
Yeah, I think just obviously it has to do with it only happens every couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's more of a team. I mean, you're individually doing stroke play and all these things, but you're also it's a team game. Europe is fighting against USA, two of the biggest,
Mhm.
So I love it and I like how a lot of the players get into it. But
I mean, like the fans,
well, that too.
like people on Instagram are like going nuts. I'm not gonna call out names, but like sometimes I'm just like, I don't even want to watch your story. I'm like, because like they'll be quiet right up until the Ryder Cup, and then they're quiet again. I'm like, you're obnoxious.
Like you didn't want to talk about any of the other events going on?
Right, like
Yeah.
especially like if they do golf content and they like don't talk about anything, and then it's like, oh, the Ryder Cup, USA, USA, and then they're done, and you're just like, well, maybe be a Ryder Cup page.
I was on the exact opposite end. I think maybe I posted one thing about Ryder. Actually, no, yeah, I did. I posted
I didn't know the Ryder Cup was going on until I saw like memes like
yeah,
after day four.
the one that I think I posted was when they were talking about Patrick Cantlay because he didn't wear a hat and
I
got
heard
into
about that.
awkward. Yeah, so it's
Didn't Rory like yell at somebody?
yep, Rory got into it with I'm still trying to I haven't heard the full story, but basically um gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on he's one of the more famous caddies. But anyway, USA
Couldn't
sank a
name a
putt.
caddy.
USA sank a birdie putt, and he kind of was like hanging out while Rory was trying to lap his birdie putt, and he was just kept on waving his hat like this, like because like everyone was cheering, but like it
Yeah.
was kind of excessive, and I don't know. I think it was not a big deal, but apparently Rory asked him nicely or politely to, hey, can you move out of my line or whatever?
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was in his line at all.
Yeah.
It was just kind of by him. But
I've never been a Rory guy.
I've always liked Rory, but now it's like Rory's always been kind of
I feel like the last few years he's gotten, I don't want to say like unlikable, but like it almost feels like he's like gone to one extreme.
yeah, I think he's very heavily on the one side ever since Live
Yeah.
basically came about because
Yeah.
I feel like he would kind of like the passing of the torch from Tiger Woods to the next up and coming golfer, at least when he was starting off.
Yeah.
He was going to be the next biggest thing. And obviously, he's not Tiger Woods by any means, but that's kind of how they portrayed him. And so I don't really have a problem with him, but I think like yeah, he's basically stuck with his guns on one side, and he's
Which,
not going in any other direction. So
kudos for like sticking to the guns and
yeah,
everything, but I feel like it's almost just like borderline like not likable or like
I feel like he lost a lot of fans
yeah,
for sure.
like you can give and take and like have an argument, but like I don't feel like he really argues with any, or like maybe not arguments the right word, but like a debate.
Yeah,
Like you can talk your side, I'll talk my side. I feel like it's like his way or you're wrong.
I do love though, and going back to the one post that I made during the Ryder Cup was going. Patrick Cantlay wasn't wearing the hat apparently, and they kind of blew it all out of proportions. And anyway, the European fans, like it's amazing how good their chants are.
Mm.
And like they just kind of came up with it and it was so good and it was basically talking about his hat. So I posted it because it was actually impressive, regardless of
Yeah.
whatever they were saying. It was just like really cool how quick and how good like the whole crowd got behind
Hmm.
it. And so I do like that part of golf during the Ryder Cup because
Oh
just
yeah, I like that the fans can come in, be loud, be
yeah,
proud, because you can't do that
support the
during an event.
correct.
You like during like a PGA event.
Yeah, besides waste management, other than that, yeah, there really isn't anything like it, and that's still not the same because this
Yeah,
is it's
yeah.
not necessarily a
I feel
pro
like
fest.
I feel like the waste management gets frowned on for that reason, where a lot of golfers and fans of golf really, really enjoy it. But I feel like people outside of golf are like, wow, that's just dumb. It's not
Yeah,
how you play golf. And
immature, stupid.
yeah, and then you're like, well, every other event, I don't want to say it's boring, but like, unless you really like golf, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, yeah, that's your diehard. Like, if for somebody outside looking in, it's yeah, it's like
Yeah, it'd be
frustrating.
like if you took your wife to like the Masters. I'm not saying she'd be bored, but I don't think she would be
Like the
like
magnitude of like what it is
what it.
versus like
Yeah, and that's no like rip on your wife, but she's not like. I don't want her to yell at me.
no,
She's in the next room because she would scare me.
no, she won't.
She's yelled at
She
me
comes up,
before.
both duck under the table.
We'll jump off the balcony. But yeah, I don't
what
think
you're
she'll like the magnitude of it to where like you look at the waste management, you're just like, oh man, I want to go chug a beer with those guys. And you're
yeah,
like, yes, you do.
yeah. Vibes are a lot different, and it is just kind of really cool to be able to like kind of wear your country. You're like,
The merch is cool.
the merch is very cool,
The
but
merch is
like
cool.
you're kind of supporting the golfers that are the best in the world for your country. So I think it's
Oh yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. Well, not even arguably like if you're in Europe, it's the best in like that half of the world,
Right,
really.
right. Which is again, that's also the kind of the cool thing too, and how well that they usually play is that they're from all over Europe. So it's not just like one
Yeah.
country like the USA where
Yeah.
these guys play a lot in certain areas where
Yeah.
some of these other guys they obviously a lot of them play on the tour, but how cool that their bond can become even though they're not from the same
I
country.
don't like that they didn't include live players.
They did.
There was like
Covered was the
highly,
yeah, because Brooks obviously was in it. But
yeah, it was like highly
yeah, there
like
was
questioned because I know like in the past DeChambeau's been in it and Bryson for some reason in that event kills it because they
Patrick Reed, who everyone hates. But he
I've
was
never had an issue with Patrick
yeah.
Reed,
But
but
yeah, but he's
yeah,
good.
I know.
Yeah.
But like they keep replaying the video of Bryson going up. I think it's like a par four, par five, drives the green and then puts it. And you're just like that's the ultimate, just like mic drop. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a highly argued thing. Do we include live? And I'm just like, yeah. There's
Some of the best
still
players in the world
there's
play live.
like Brooks is still one of the best golfers in the world, whether you like it or hate it. Same with Patrick Reed. He would still dominate any casual on the course.
Yeah, I was a little I said I didn't get to soak it all in because of the timing and all that.
Yeah,
But kudos to them for obviously the viewership. That's crazy. 100 different countries, 10
that's cool. Yeah,
278,000 people.
yeah.
So 2025, let's see what happens in Bethpage Black. Um, let's transition over to our season recap. I'll kind of start and we can kind of go down the list and we can talk about them. But first, the first part was we got invited to take a trip out to Cragen's Resort there and play a couple of their courses, including their new course, the Lehman 18.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
And then we also played the Dutch course. And Craig,
We went low on that one.
we did.
Yeah,
Um,
not just you. We. That was cool.
team effort, both of us.
Well,
Yes, it wasn't just one individual, and that's the best golf. When not only is like one person's playing well, but both are.
yeah. Until
And
you got mad at me.
I got mad at you there.
Yeah,
Which one was that about?
I counted your score wrong.
Oh, that's right.
I can't do math.
I think I was it that I thought I shot a set. You thought I shot a 79, and then I think it was an 80 or an 81. Because yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
I broke 80. I'm like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah. I was like, yeah, you broke 80. And you're like, hell yeah. And I was like, you should
you
recount.
should have told me that to recount. I would have just taken it.
The good part is I got a better score after.
Yeah, you did. You got like two or three strokes better.
Yeah, because I can't count.
But typically you're better at math than I am at that. But
Oh, that's bad then.
that's yeah, two people that aren't very good at math.
In a golf cart.
Yeah, but that's right. I forgot about that. That's why we're doing the season recap. See, you're kind of
And then you made
reminding
and
me.
then yeah, and then we left early because you were mad.
We did leave. That was not why I
No,
left.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
But we did leave early.
We did.
But the hospitality was fantastic. So shout out to them. We did kind of do a recap of that
Yeah.
a long time
We
ago.
did it. We did it at Cragen's.
Yep.
I was drunk for one of them.
Yeah. A couple of drinks before, and it was a really nice resort. They're actually doing some renovations, but they
I was
have
gonna say that, yeah.
yeah cabins, hotel.
Did they have the PGA Canada
They
event
do.
already?
Yep, that was in I think it's end of August,
Oh, so
which
we definitely missed it
we missed it. They
by a lot. It's
I
October.
think we had something going on, but we do have we can hop back on next year as far as not necessarily going to hopefully we can do
I'd
something,
like to go back.
but
Yeah.
as far as like the Canada tour, that would be really cool to
We
see.
hop on and play on the tour.
I don't think we have that
I would get cut.
qualification yet.
I just want to say I got cut from an event.
Dom comes in shooting 148.
Well, I mean,
Have the best time doing it.
if we play on the Dutch,
Dutch was I love the Dutch.
I got a
It just needs
shot.
to mature. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just needs to mature. It's a great course.
No, the Dutch is the one that's already mature.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. The Layman
Yeah.
18.
So if we play on the Dutch, I got a
You're good.
chance.
Okay.
I got a chance.
And I'm wondering if I think they play on both, and I'm assuming they rotate and then maybe just play on one like the final 2 days because sometimes they do it like at Torrey Pines,
Mm.
the farmers they do the south and the north,
Oh
Torrey
yeah.
Pines, but I think they
I would
switched
love
that.
to go back. I had
Yeah,
so much fun and the courses were phenomenal. We had great weather.
we did because we went out. It was early in the season,
Yeah.
and
It was like May.
we had really nice weather for Minnesota. Um, we can talk about a really cool experience that we had. We hosted our first annual Safe Bar Odin Shindig,
Mm-hmm.
which took place in June of this year in San Jose. That was sick.
Mm,
Was it San Jose? Yeah, it was San Jose, I think.
no, we stayed in San Jose. You have your hoodie right here. Dummy. It says on the bottom. Mountain View.
Mountain View. Okay.
We stayed in San Jose.
Stayed in San Jose. We were kind of all over the place there, though.
Yeah.
San Jose,
Sunnyvale.
San Fran, Sunny, yeah, all of that was very cool. Shout out Odin, Jordan, uh, Big Phil, all those guys.
I mean, if we're gonna shout out
Good shout out whoever was all on
Beard,
the sweatshirts.
Beard for the hospitality, Patricia for showing us a good time, Wheels for the brief interaction we had, and then he did let me play his Mizuno clubs.
During the
Thanks.
event, yeah.
I was also drunk, so probably a good idea. Los Alferos guys were great. Nelson tacos at the turn. Thick gave me a kiss.
Thick is a good time.
Obviously Duffin up and Brian.
Yep, those guys are fantastic.
Dynamic duo. Luke
Luke,
with back blast.
Yep.
I feel like
yeah,
I'm gonna miss people, but
yeah, we had a heck of a time.
thank you for coming out. We had Joey with the flags.
Yep, caddy flags. That was sick.
Great. I'm still finding them. I lost them all, and now I keep finding them. I have I have
stuffed in my like some of our.
oh I have like 20.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Be nice for when we eventually get our new Safe Bar headquarters eventually down the road.
That's why I kept them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to keep those.
I have the actual like sticks somewhere too,
Okay.
which really you probably use for the next one.
What else can we talk about at the event? I mean,
It was super cool. I feel like we learned a lot. We learned that it's not always about the course. It's usually about the people.
100%.
It was like, yeah, the course was nothing to write home about, but the amount of laughs people had, the amount of people interacting with everybody and just having a good time, and the people that generally, you and I wouldn't meet.
Yeah.
Other people wouldn't meet.
I think it's really cool the fact that, I mean, we had people from pretty much all over show up, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think that meant a lot.
Well, I mean, the Duff and Up guys flew in from Massachusetts.
Yep. So all the way on the other side of the country, essentially. So yeah, we can't thank you guys enough. We had an awesome time. Can't wait to do that again down the road. We'll obviously working on that, but still in the early stages. But hopefully shooting for our second annual Shindig event here, coming up soon.
Would you call it? We're not at that point yet, but would you call it the second annual?
I think so. If we keep it that way, I think we just keep on rolling with it.
Even though this one's not
Well, the one are we talking about?
We're talking about the same one.
No, I think if we're shooting for something similar to what we did this past year,
That'll be
that'd
got
be
it. Yeah, I know we haven't even started planning it yet.
not
Other
yet.
Jordan,
A
I
little
picked
bit.
Jordan, and I picked a spot.
Okay.
You have not agreed on the spot
Yeah.
yet.
But I'm pretty fine with that.
You want to
I
go?
mean,
You want to go to Portland?
I'm cool with that.
Let's go to Portland.
Yeah, I think that'd be sweet.
Jordan,
Portland would be good.
I'm talking to you in here. Going to Portland.
Portland would be sweet. I've been wanting to go there for a while. So
I do too.
yeah. Let's talk about Half Moon Bay.
My God, I still have dreams about that place.
It's so sick. We spent too much money at that course.
I have some regrets.
What was your
I didn't buy enough stuff.
like at Half
Yeah,
Moon Bay or
yeah.
just in general? Okay.
At Half Moon Bay, obviously I bought a golf ball
Yep.
for my little,
Got one of
my
those.
little shelf. Did you steal your pencil?
I got a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a 50th anniversary ball marker.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even
because it was
remember
the
seeing
50th.
it. Yeah.
It's cool. It comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the 50th anniversary. I wish I had bought like you bought that quarter zip.
I didn't really want to though.
I
But
wanted to.
yeah, but it was a good idea. And it was a
Yeah.
good idea on my part for not bringing them.
Well, I did that at Craigan's. I had to buy one.
Sure.
Um, and then like stickers, like they had stickers. Like I saw somewhere that they had stickers, and I was like, fuck, I should have bought stickers.
But what about the one thing that you bought there that you absolutely loved? Wasn't an accessory. It was some grub.
The fucking breakfast burrito.
Yes, and I didn't buy one, but I should have because you were raving about
Oh
it.
my God.
Brennan was raving about it. I think you were the only two. Unless maybe Beard got one.
No, Beard had his Red Bull.
That's right.
That was his
And I had
breakfast.
kind of that coffee deal that was not very good. But in any case,
Dude,
awesome
I
experience.
still have dreams about that place.
Office, yeah,
Like,
yes, awesome course.
I don't like link style courses, but that one didn't really feel like a link style in some places. Like once you, I don't remember what hole it was, but I felt like at one point we were kind of secluded, like when we were in like the woods area.
Mhm.
To me, that didn't feel like a links course. Obviously, when we were on the ocean and like starting out, yes, it's very linksy. But then I feel like at a certain point, it's like you're kind of alone, kind of secluded. The vibes were high, even though I was crabby because it was early.
I don't think it was too bad. I think you were pretty good.
Cool. And then once like I loved the fog. The fog was super cool. Then that burned off, and then it was just like,
The nice thing too is that even when we finished up, they were saying that we actually like really got lucky with the weather because of the
mhm.
wind. It's so windy out there. And it really wasn't too windy. I mean, it was breezy and cold, but I mean, it was very manageable. It didn't bother me really.
Yeah. I mean, I just had pants and a hoodie on, and I was super nice, super comfortable. I wish we took more videos, especially of me, because there's some that we still talk about today.
Yep.
There's no record of other than the four of us know about it. There's the chip I had with the lefty club
Yep.
that basically hold out. It was close.
This was just a kick in, a little tap in
I
for.
don't even think it was much of a tap in.
No, it really wasn't.
Um, there's no video of that. And Brendan's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "I'm just keeping your club." Um, I dropped that putt from off the green,
That was a long freaking putt.
and there's no video of me other than me giving knucks. I almost choked on my hair. Beard got that on video. There's that one shot I had where you and Brendan were up on the far side of the green, and I had to go way down because I had hit it to the
I
right,
think I know what you're talking
and
about.
I had my 9 iron. I just dropped it, and you're like, "What was that?" I kind of walked up, and you're like, "Oh."
Down, dropping darts.
And then I had, I remember it was one of the last par threes. I don't remember what hole it was. Everybody missed it, and I'm
Oh, it
like,
was probably I think 16 or 17. It's like one of their well-known par
it might
threes.
have been 17 because on the last hole I had honors,
Yep, that's probably what it was.
and you all missed it. I'm just like, well, my time to shine. Dropped a dart,
Another dart.
threw a dart,
I'm not throwing darts. No,
but then I almost killed somebody on the 18th.
that's true. That's right. I forgot about that.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. No, I mean, there's
No, no,
random
no,
ones
no.
that show
I
up.
mean, like I didn't forget it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. But I also say no, you didn't. You did kill somebody. You almost did. Yeah, that was.
In my defense, the sun was like right there, and I couldn't see. Well, I guess if we're gonna talk about that, we should talk about the prune. No, we didn't play the prune.
Didn't put through.
The what was the one we played with Jordan and
Sunken.
Beard? Sunken. Yeah.
Which they call Sunken Gardens.
Yeah.
That is a cool 9-hole course that
That was a vibe.
it is
I almost
get
killed
super
somebody in
bad.
there too.
Sounds dangerous with a golf club.
Well, I remember who I was talking to. I'm like, watch this, I'll flop it.
That's right. I remember that.
And I just
You
hit
just
a
bladed it.
I just bladed it like 700 yards, and I'm like, I'm done with this hole.
Yep. I'm
Everyone's
putting
like,
my head down, put the club away,
yep.
and
Everyone's like, good call,
yeah.
good call.
But that place is really cool. That's if you're just trying to play 9 holes and just have a good time,
Hmm.
it's awesome. I really enjoyed the California style courses. I know obviously California is huge, but like I putted the ball really well.
Hmm.
And
You played good golf.
yeah, and I played pretty decent. I said I normally putting is my probably my weakest part of my game. Besides driving, this year's been actually terrible as of late. But
It's because you keep switching drivers.
well, this one I've had for the last year. But yeah, I know I should just stick to one and let it roll. But yeah, but I think it's due to the fact that we've talked about this before, but like the lack of golf.
Oh yeah.
It's I can't get too hard on myself. I'm mad at myself when I'm playing once every 2 weeks, or even once. I mean, I normally play once a week at the minimum, and it's
Hmm.
been so. In any case,
Although, what did you think of Half Moon Bay? We kind of talked about
I loved Half Moon Bay.
my stuff.
I really enjoyed it. I love link style courses, as you
Hmm.
know, and I also love views off the ocean from the ocean. So I think like that
Yeah,
is super cool, and the hotel too is. I mean, it's
that was cool.
really
Yeah,
bougie, really
it
nice.
was
It's
cool because so when we started playing, it's like way off to the right.
yep.
And then as you finish, you're looking at it.
Mhm.
And it's almost intimidating. Like it's a scary looking hotel
Yeah,
in like a cool way.
yeah. It's not like haunted scary in my opinion, but yeah, it is very.
If
It's
you told me it was haunted, I'd probably believe you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Half Moon Bay is definitely up there on some of my top courses that I've ever played.
That might be my top one.
Yeah,
Just because I thought,
and the experience. I mean, like with the running it.
well, that's what I'm thinking of. Like that's not something that we can just like replicate again.
Yeah,
Like we could,
but it's not the same.
yeah,
Yeah,
that course with that group was so fun. And then we get to meet up with Brian after. Brian's got the crew neck.
dude, love that. Brian's awesome. We had a blast. I've said it like 10 times already in this podcast, but we did. We had a great time. Then we also, that was the other part. We had a Airbnb, not necessarily in the best of areas, but it wasn't too far from where we were
So
getting.
we thought it was in a good area.
We thought
And then Beard's like, "What are you doing over there?" And we're like, "This is where we're staying." And he goes, "No."
not the best idea.
We didn't have any, it was
No,
quiet
didn't have
all
any
week.
issues, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was fine. But did a lot of driving, a lot of mileage. I mean, so you don't really realize.
We didn't understand how far everything was.
Yeah,
We're not,
San Jose to San Francisco. I think the biggest thing now that we're talking about the trip was the if you live in San Jose, going to a San Francisco Giants baseball game.
oh, don't take the train.
Oh my goodness. Like I was kind of blown away of how like crazy that was.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even watch the whole game and it was because we showed up late, but we weren't really leaving on a bad time. It was
No, we
just
left on
we
time.
left on time.
Yeah.
We missed the beginning of the game. And then it's crazy to see that people that take the train to go home,
Hmm.
people literally will leave in the seventh inning to make it at the time
Yeah.
before the train
It's
leaves.
kind of weird because have you taken the train to Target Field?
A long time ago.
It doesn't take that long.
No, no, not at
And
all.
there's still a good amount of stops. Because I mean, I can hit the Coon Rapids one. Yeah, it's quicker to drive. And when I was little, we would take the train to
Mhm.
Target Field because it was just easier. But I don't ever remember missing the start
No,
of a Twins game.
no. Maybe that was just I don't know. I mean, but regardless, it was really cool experience. The stadium was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, it was beautiful.
So that was really cool. We got to do a lot of cool touristy things when we were out there. So
Went to Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, that's right.
That was cool.
That was really
That
cool.
was super cool.
Uh, got to see the full house houses as well. Not that
No, the Doubtfire House.
and that.
Did we see the Full House house?
Yep, they were the two that they were like right on that street. They're like right over there.
Oh,
Yep. So they're
you're talking about the Painted Ladies?
yep. The painted ladies are there's the
Are they the Full House houses?
mhm, mhm.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of cool because it kind
I
of
took a
puts,
killer picture of that.
yeah,
It's super good.
puts my age on there, but like
I've seen
regardless,
Full House.
yeah.
I was, because I remember we were talking if Family Matters
Hmm.
was San Francisco, and I think we
It
figured
was
out
in Congo, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
Detroit.
Oh, maybe it was.
It's somewhere in the
Yeah,
Midwest.
not there,
Yeah.
what you were thinking, but so yeah, that was an awesome trip. Uh,
The one thing I regret not doing is just exploring the city more. Like it was super cool that they're obviously waiting for Alcatraz where we kind of wandered around. We
yeah,
found like Levi's and stuff like that, but like I would have loved to like really like walk around for a day, see Lombard Street, take a bunch of pictures, go to like a store and stuff like that. But it's not like Minneapolis where you can just kind of wander around and see a lot of stuff in a day. It's so big.
yeah. The other thing too is we had so many things planned, so you're
Yeah.
just like boom, 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 trying to do things. So that's the downside with vacation sometimes. Like,
Well, and I feel like if we didn't have an event, it would have been different. But
yeah,
because we had this thing planned
right,
and stuff like that, it's like that takes precedence over everything else.
right. One of the cooler things that we did too is we played in the media day at TPC Twin Cities.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
I remember I got that email and I called you and you didn't answer. I called you again.
Yep,
You didn't answer. And I texted you, I'm like, answer your phone. And you're like, why, what's up? And I called you again, you finally answered. And I was like, do you want to play TPC in Twin Cities? And you're like, huh? I was like, answer the question. Do you want to play it on this day at this time? And you go, yes. I said, cool, we're gonna play in the media day. And I hung up and emailed Mike
that's yeah. Because I think I had which that was brutal on for me because which we'll talk about in a second, but with the podcast, like I had to leave like right after because I was leaving out of town, but I'm like I have to somehow make it work.
to
I can't
for
not
media day.
play. Yeah, I can't not play TPC. I've
Yeah.
been wanting to play it forever.
Yeah. I mean, I just kept calling. I'm like, dude, do you want to play? Because Mike's like, hey, we have an opening. And I'm like, Derek, you gotta answer your phone.
Made it happen. So that was sick. Yeah, that was
That
awesome.
was
We got
super
paired up with
cool.
two really cool dudes, and they're freaking. We had a
They're
blast. They're
ballers.
ballers.
They
Yeah,
are
could hit
ballers.
bombs.
Food was fantastic. Parlor Burger is really good. I almost ordered from them on DoorDash on
Yeah,
Saturday. I
that was pretty
didn't
good.
because it was like expensive on DoorDash.
I wish I would have gotten the breakfast pizza. I got the pepperoni
I got
pizza,
their
which was
breakfast.
really good,
The
but
breakfast was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it slapped. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, getting to play the course is cool because I mean, I feel like it's something that like if you know a person and they know a person, you'll get on. Like it's probably not the hardest thing to do.
no, yeah,
But playing it in tournament shape with the grandstands, I feel like isn't something anybody gets to do.
yeah, very.
It was super cool. I don't remember what hole it was, but it's that par three over the water. We dropped our balls on the green and we had to walk through the grandstands
Oh yeah, I think it
like
was
we were on tour.
18. I think yeah,
17.
maybe it's 17.
Because in the following hole we met the
Par five.
Stilly
Yep,
and that was 18.
yep.
So it must have been 17. Walking through the grandstand with nobody there was super cool because I felt like I was on tour.
The other crazy thing is like playing where we're playing, and then seeing how far.
Oh, where they play.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
just mind blowing. It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, you just kind of get that little bit of like not confidence or swagger, but you're just like, oh, I actually feel like I'm kind of
Yeah.
recording for
Well,
a day.
it kind of,
Yeah,
yeah. And it's something that like we get to talk about. And I hope they invite us back because it was
I think so.
so much fun. And it was one of those experiences where I was like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah,
And then I have to wake up early and get there. And then I was like the first one there, and Mike's like, "Where's Derek?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then you pull up, I'm like, "There he is." And they give us a
yeah,
box with sponges.
yeah. We actually have that here, and we use some of the
I
stuff.
use our I use my post-it notes all the time, and my little safety scissors.
Shout out Mike. Shout out 3M
Shout out
TPC Twin City.
TPC.
Yeah,
Yeah, the open, the event was super
Stillies.
cool.
Those are really good.
I can't tell you how many of those I've had
They're really
since.
good.
I actually bought some.
Have you
Yeah, I like the peach.
the peach? Okay, I
Peach is
forget
my
which flavor I
favorite.
had. Yeah, because I brought a couple back to
I
everybody
took
because I
two.
blow it right away. Yeah,
Yeah, I
same.
took two
I'm trying to think. There was one thing that I want to talk about at the event there as well, and drawn a
at
blank.
at media day.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
We both donated a ball on 18, which is the most.
that was fun.
That was really cool.
There's two Odin balls in that pond.
Yep. And we're part of history because that's the most how do you word that? In the PGA Tour, it's the
Most hole with balls in water on
yes,
tour.
simply said.
I
So that was pretty cool. Part of history with him. And then if you want, we can talk about obviously probably the cooler thing
mean,
was
I think playing it was pretty cool, but obviously, like, yeah, cooler part was we did host our pod
yep.
on one of the practice days with the Vibes crew.
Shout out Vibes Golf Club.
That was super cool to meet everybody. Well, not everybody,
Most of them.
most of them, yeah. I mean, No Way was super cool. Um, ET was super cool. I mean, really,
Every
everybody. Darius was hilarious
yeah.
and super mellow.
Just a great conversation. It was
Yeah,
our first ever in-person podcast, like
yeah,
with a guest, and
yeah.
it was really
The setup was really cool too. We had
yeah
like my camera and everything, and yeah, that was super cool. Again, one of those things that's like I hope they bring us back.
yeah.
You know,
And I think so. I think they will. I think the Minnesota community
I'd
golf
love
is
to.
growing.
I'd love to do one for like a really long time. Obviously, you had to leave,
Yeah, that was the downside. I had to head out, which was
but I would love to do one where it's like we're there for like a couple hours, talking with people and stuff like that. Maybe we have a couple guests lined up.
yep. Yeah, I do like some questions, Minnesota-based questions too, with just random people that are walking by.
Yeah,
That'd be
or
cool too.
even like
Or just random people that are like
yeah, but even like maybe we have Vibes again in the morning, and then maybe after them we have Josh
yeah,
Mayer.
like a full lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
something like
sweet.
that would be kind of cool.
Um,
But yeah, that was a great conversation. It was a great time.
is there anything else you can think of for as far as event? I mean, well, we just did that last week was kind of cool too. Got to meet a couple of local guys. Well, one we've met a few times, but we did the Buffalo Wild Wings Swings and Wings
Top golf.
at Top Golf. Yep.
Was it Buffalo Wild Wings though?
Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm sorry, I have food on my mind, and
That's why I was like so confused. I was like, when did I go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
what is this?
What?
Sorry, I got food in my mouth. I was thinking wings, and then
Wings and
sorry, Top Golf.
swings, or swings and wings.
Swings and wings every Wednesday. We did kind of a little.
That was
They invited
super
us out to go
cool.
do that.
Yeah.
So
We had Ryan from Bogies Are Fine.
awesome guy.
And then we had Ben from at Golf Stroller, but he also I don't remember what his thing's called at this point. I'm not Caddy Stroller.
Caddy Stroller, yeah,
So now I'm hungry.
yeah.
But
Both really cool guys.
that was super cool to like I don't say like have worlds collide because we've met Ryan a couple times
Mhm.
at various events. Oh, we didn't even talk about it. We played in the Mad Scramble.
The Mad Scramble. That's right. Yeah,
That was dope.
that was. I think I was missing something.
That was so cool. We met Eric Anders Lang, signed our bag tags.
We've been following that guy for a long time. I've been obsessed with all of his stuff with scratch golf when he travel all throughout the world and
Yeah.
just go tour all these different crazy courts they've never heard of. So
Signed our bag tags. He looked at mine and mine says Dom Dom.
which is
And
awesome.
and he goes, Dom Dom. Fuck yeah. Signed it, gave it back to me, and I was like, hell yeah.
That was really cool. It was about 150 people played 9 holes of golf.
You know what I find really cool? More stuff we play that's local, the more people are going to recognize because we saw Mike there.
Yep.
And Mike we played with at TPC Twin Cities.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to run into like
Saw Ryan there.
we saw Ryan.
Saw a couple people playing our first event, our first ever own.
See, they don't know me though, so they just know you. They because a lot of people don't know that I helped plan it.
Yeah.
Um, because I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot,
No, you did. You did a lot.
but I did. Um, and then we're starting to run into like podcast people and
It's awesome. The local stuff.
Timothy, Big
Yeah.
Tim. Yeah, it's super cool to like start to interact with people that are from Minnesota and that we've seen before, and now we're just like, oh man,
Yeah.
cool,
Good to see
like
how
nice
they
to see
go.
you. Because when I pulled up, I saw Mike, and I was like, I'm not gonna bug him because it's like I feel like he's here for like a work thing, and then I'm like, sup, dude, like,
Yeah.
how you doing? So
That was really cool though. Mad Scramble. Yeah, essentially the idea is he wanted to create where everyone can kind of golf together at once and try to more build a community of like everyone can just walk and talk and hang out. And so it was about 150 golfers. We all teed up at the same time, so it's obviously not at the same time, but we're all teeing up on hole number
it
one
might as well have been this.
kind of the same time. And then whatever ball was the best ball, that's what we ended up
Does
hitting.
that look better?
Uh,
Because I look white as hell.
I think maybe just turn the Yeah, it's a little bright now, but I think maybe
It was right before. I just look white as hell. We're keeping this into
we
our
do.
cash struggles.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it was super cool. Me and like the random golf club guys was super cool. You can just turn it off. You
Yeah.
just hold the button.
Where's the button?
Okay, so as we learned, I'm no longer allowed to push light switches because apparently one of your light switches controls your internet,
Yep. Yep.
which is a bad design.
Calm down. Shut the whole place down here. But we're back. We're back.
We're like watching it and it's like loading and we're like, what happened?
That's what
And you're like, yeah, one of them does the Wi-Fi. And I was like, what a
calm
we need to
down.
label it.
Yeah. Calm down. Do not touch.
Well, I was like, God, I look so white. It's because he's got one light bulb.
One here, just facing. Now, oh, look at me. I'm white. We're both like,
Well, it's because you turned my fancy little light off.
I did. Yeah. But
Fuck it.
it's okay. We're gonna just wrap it up quick.
Do you know where we ended?
Yeah, basically we were kind of talking about
Mad
uh
Scramble.
the mad scramble.
Let's talk about what we're planning.
Yes. So quick little nugget here.
Because I would like to talk about it, just for anybody interested.
Um Save par, Odin golf. We haven't officially, well, maybe we
Do we
have.
have like a working title? Do we even have a title?
Not quite yet, I don't
I know
believe.
we're calling it a shindig,
Yep.
but it's not.
It's like a college version.
Yeah, it's not like Shindig 2. So like don't feel like you're missing
Yeah,
out.
we're
But
gonna
like
have an additional shindig for that, but this is a different one
so we're flying down to Scottsdale.
in January. January 6th is gonna be excuse me, the date. We're still in the early stages, but we're starting to hash things out here
Yeah.
as far as what we're gonna do. But we are leaning towards, should we mention it? Like what we're actually doing?
Oh, I think I meant like area. I'm like, well, we
Oh,
just
no,
said
no.
Scottsdale.
Yeah, no, I meant like the actual events because we're not 100% sure.
I am so we do a lot of like voice messaging with like Jordan and Big Phil through WhatsApp because they're obviously in Germany. Um, I went on like a 2.5 minute rant about how cool I think the concept is. So what we want to do is we want to start at Twilight, which I'm already a fan of.
Yep.
And then after the first nine, we stop, take a break, eat, drink, just like Jordan said is a European style.
It is an executive course, by the way, too.
Oh, I thought it was 18.
Yeah, no, well, it is, but it's like an executive, so it's like a lot of par threes,
Fuck yeah.
some par fours. So it's not.
Clearly have not looked into the course.
Yeah.
I was so pumped. And then after we eat and drink, it's dark, right?
Yep. Split betters and
Night golf.
9 holes, night golf. That's the idea. We're still, like I said, in the early stages, but we think that's what we're leaning towards. And
Yeah.
hopefully, I think if it all works out, I think it'll be awesome. Because again, we're trying to help grow the game. But again, this is more of like a college edition, so to speak.
Yeah,
Get some people in that maybe.
it's less about wow, this course is beautiful, and more about wow, this game is fun.
Yep.
I
I
could
can have fun playing with other people, meet
whether
people.
yeah, whether you play Twilight or night golf or stuff like that. I've always wanted to play night golf. There's not really anyone around here that does it.
Not really. There's a couple courses, but
Um, and then Jordan was saying that the glow balls kind of suck, apparently, which is what I've heard. So they're looking at doing like custom Odin glow balls.
that'd be sick.
That would be cool. Um, yeah, I'm super excited. I hope this happens this way because
We're planning on it that way. But again, we're
it's all based on price. Because obviously, with college kids, you don't want to nickel and dime them.
yeah,
Also, kind of, I'm happy we're not doing it in the morning
yeah.
because if you're out all night drinking, you ain't
Get some
waking up.
time to recover here. Sleep
Well, and
well.
if we're doing it in Scottsdale, it's ASU.
Yeah,
ASU is a party school.
it is.
Fuck yeah.
So that's what we're looking forward to. And if you have whoever's listening who maybe has some suggestions
Or you know anybody in that area.
and that exactly.
Because we're opening it up to college kids, but also the Odin Safe Park crew.
Yep.
If you want to
We don't
come
want to be
play.
like yeah, exactly. We're kind of college theme, but it's not like we're like saying no, you can't go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to fill it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the last thing that kind of wanted to announce.
Arguably the biggest.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you announce it. They messaged you.
They did. I'm still in disbelief because I don't know why they didn't message you. Although, did they and you just lost it?
No, I don't think so. I know I've talked to him a long time ago, but it
Yeah.
wasn't anything about what we're talking about now. So
So probably about a month ago, I got a DM on Instagram and I was like, this is fake. They told us to email them, set something up. They like what we're doing. They like what we're pushing. They like that we're inclusive and for everybody trying to grow the game. As of last week,
yep,
as of last week, we partnered with Swannies,
Swan is a local company too,
local company,
which is
local to
really cool.
Minnesota. They're in God knows how many pro
Golf courses,
shops.
pro shops. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Speaking of that, you actually have one because you got it at.
Craigens.
Yeah, I wanted to say it back then, but
Yeah.
I'll just wait to mention it afterwards.
Yeah. It was super cold that morning and I like jammed my duffel bag full of stuff and I just forgot my hoodie. I was like, I'm kind of cold. Some I'm not super like religious or like godly. To me, it's like a fate thing where it's like I bought the hoodie. I've worn the hoodie half Moon Bay to Craigens, and it's on Instagram. There's pictures of me in this damn Swannies hoodie. And now we have a Swannies discount code, a Swannies partnership, and we can share the code publicly for anybody who wants to save 25%.
And it is Save Par 25.
And I have already linked it in our link tree at the end of every podcast. I've got a bunch of stuff linked. Use it. The more people to use it, the more likely we are to maintain or retain everything.
Yep.
Um, I thought it was like a fake account at first because like these big accounts always have
Yes.
people that like fake it, and I was like, I'll bite,
Somebody's totally messing with
I'll
us.
bite, and then they're like, email me. Here's the email, and I was like, that's like a legitimate. And I first thought it was fake because it's Swannies.co.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it's fake. And then I realized that they actually are Swannies.co, not .com.
Yeah.
Emailed them. They're like, hey, we love what you're doing. We'd love to build this thing that sends us over what they're looking for and what we can do. And it's stuff we're already doing.
Yeah. So it only made sense for us to partner with
Yeah.
these
So we're
guys.
doing a short-term partnership. It's through, I believe, the end of the year.
Yeah. And it could be longer than that. So we're gonna try to give our best shot to help promote them and grow their brand while we're
Yeah.
doing our thing. And again, it's something that felt kind of right for us just
Yeah.
based off of being a local company and they're
And
doing kind
they're,
of their whole like concept is
yeah.
kind of the same
Well, and
thing.
they're very well known and they're very reputable. Is that the word?
Reputable.
Reputable.
Yeah.
Um, they're a brand that, I have that hoodie.
Yeah, I was actually on their website. I'm like, yeah,
That's what I have. I have the
yeah,
blue.
this one here.
I have the Camden hoodie.
I was showing my wife earlier.
I hope they send me another one. Because if I get one in every color, that'd probably be the only hoodie I ever wear.
You know what we need to do? We need to save our line with these with them.
Well, we know somebody who embroiders.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
So worst case scenario, we just make our own.
It'd be pretty cool though. But yeah, so we're super excited. And if you do have any questions, or anything about that, as far as like if you want to reach out to them on social media or just try to see, because maybe you're listening from somewhere else and you're not familiar with Swannies Golf because they're
Mm.
a local brand, but they do put out really good
Yeah,
products.
I was reading on their website. They're in like 10,000 golf shops
Yeah.
or something. Chances are you don't know who they are, but you've seen their products.
Mhm.
Um, I paid, I think it was like $110 for my hoodie at Craigens. That was with the Craigens embroidered on the arm, and I'm like, wow, that's expensive. But like the hoodie itself goes for $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, we're not being price gouged. But then I was like, is it really nice?
It's really
It's
nice.
very nice. Yeah, it's like thermal lined. It looks good. The cut on it's really nice. I like that it has pockets. And it's a golf hoodie. I wore it half Moon Bay when we did our Top Golf thing last week. I wore it. Um, did I wear it when we were playing TPC?
I think so.
No,
No,
that
yeah.
was a good hoodie
Yep.
because it was hot.
As I say, it was warm, a little
Yeah.
too warm for, but yeah.
I have the Camden hoodie. I don't know how to put pictures in, but like Google it.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
But moving forward though, you'll probably see you'll see
Ooh,
an intro. We'll have some stuff on there, but again, you
yep.
can use save par 25 and the number 25. So save par the number two, number five for 25% off your first order, or actually for any order, really.
What is that in Spanish?
25% off.
Just 25.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I
It's not Dos Cinco, is it?
don't see. Yeah, I think it is.
Damn, I'm a genius.
But if it's
Take me to
not, maybe
Mexico.
somebody. But I think
Technically, I got my brown card. Thank
from the crew
Los
over. Yeah,
Golferos. Yeah.
heck yeah, I love those guys. Yes. But thank you guys to whoever's listening and always supporting us. And if there's anything we can do better, certainly, feel free to send us a message, DM, and
Send me an angry voice message. I
yeah,
dare you.
we want to get better.
I will yell at you back.
He will. He will.
Or I'll cry.
But thanks again, and we will be. Well, next week we have. I don't know if we'll be able to make it 'cause I think it's a Monday deal, isn't it?
Yeah, so it might just be me.
Yeah, it might be solo. Do you want to talk about what we got on, or
I'm looking at my calendar to make sure I do it right. Yeah, so it is who I thought. It'll be the marker locker.
that's right.
And I think it's so dumb, but it's so genius.
At the same.
It's one of those things where like I don't say dumb in like a mean way, but it's so dumb that nobody thought of this beforehand.
Mhm.
Basically, it's a little locker. You put all your ball markers in. I lose mine constantly because there's so many damn pockets in my bag.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliantly dumb.
Yes.
Not sponsored anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm super excited to talk to them. Unfortunately, you won't make it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to.
I'll have to try to do a Swannies thing if I can figure out how everything works.
Sure.
I can do it. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be great. It'd be great. Yeah. I'm excited.
I'll probably wing it.
So they reach out to you. I think it's only fitting for you to do the first one.
Oh God.
So
25% off. Save part 25.
Yep. There we go. All right. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. We're out.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I think we're gonna grab something.
Damn.
I'm not sure what we're getting. Why? What's up?